11 Raglan Road in Sale lies Raglan House, home to a Victorian millionaire. Recently there's been reports of the property being renovated, and this has prompted me to tell a brief life story of its original occupants. We will go back to the house later in the video. John Brogden. As a young man he moved to rapidly growing Manchester and established himself as a cleansing contractor, whereas other ambitious men in Manchester at the time chose to work in the burgeoning cotton industry. Brogden was an outdoor man, fond of riding and hunting, also experienced with horses, so he preferred to work in haulage and transport. In 1838 he obtained contracts with the Manchester and Leeds Railway Company to build their Manchester station, now called Manchester Victoria Station, and the viaduct from the station to Miles Platting. The station was officially named Victoria in 1843. Its long single-storey building, designed by George Stephenson and completed by John Brogden, was approached by a wooden footbridge over the River Irk before it was culverted. Most of the original 1844 station buildings are still standing, including part of the original facade on Hunt's Bank. By the mid-1840s, 6 railway companies operated from the station, connecting Manchester to London, Glasgow, Liverpool, Leeds and Sheffield. Victoria Station dominated the Millgate area and was one of the biggest passenger stations in Britain. Victoria Station was given Grade 2 listed status in 1988 due to its neo-Baroque Edwardian facade, period features, Victorian dome and the memorial for servicemen killed in the First World War. Manchester Victoria in its steam heyday. I would love to go back for one day, but all that remains is film and photography. Samuel Brooks. He was a Victorian banker and a wealthy landowner. In 1830, Brooks chaired the first meeting of the promoters of the Manchester and Leeds Railway Company. Subsequently, he became their first deputy chairman. The Brooklands Hotel was built in 1872 on the corner of Hope Road and Marsden Road in Sale, as shown here in 1905. It was owned by the Grand Hotel in Manchester. Laurel and Hardy once stayed here for their Bolton show in 1947. Sadly, the Brooklands Hotel was demolished exactly a century after it was built in 1972 and replaced by the Marsden House offices. Sale and Timpley stations were in place by 1855. "45 residents petitioned for a station to be built between Sale and Timpley stations, but the company took no action. Samuel Brooks negotiated terms for Brooklands Station in 1859. The building of the station was contracted to John Brogden and Sons. The unofficial name Brooks Land soon became Brooklands, and the station so named opened there on the 1st of December 1859. The Brooklands Hotel was built 13 years later to cater for commuters who came to the area. Raglan Road lies on the corner of the busy Washway Road in Sale. You were able to access the road from the top of Walton Road, which runs parallel to Washway Road, close to Brooklands Station. Halfway down the road is the distinctive building itself. It currently consists of residential flats. The new housing development will see 22 new flats built. We're not sure at this time if they will be affordable, and a new car park will also be created. Sadly, some of the trees will be taken down. The Gothic style Raglan House is not a Grade 2 listed building and it's in need of restoration. The inside has been altered significantly over the years. In the 1820s, when John Brogden moved from his farmer's farm near Clitheroe to set up business in the rapidly growing Manchester, before Manchester became a city. In 1828, he appears in the Manchester Directory in every street in Ancoats as a farmer, and in 1829 at the same address as a horse dealer. In 1832, he successfully tendered for a contract with the local council to undertake the cleansing and watering of Manchester. Around this time, he obtained a similar contract in London. In 1843, as a partner of Joseph Whitworth, later Sir Joseph, he was contracted to sweep the streets of Manchester with Whitworth's patent machines. They undertook a similar contract in Westminster in London. In 1846, John Brogden became a director of the South Eastern Railway Company, and John Brogden Jr. obtained contracts from that company for the North Kent Railway in November 1846 and in February 1847. In 1822, he married Sarah Hannah McWilliams, only daughter of Alexander McWilliams of Hazelhurst near Ashton-on-the-Line. She had been educated at the Moravian School in Duckenfield and had 7 children, 2 daughters and 5 sons. 4 of his sons followed him into the family company. From an early age, Brogden was a Methodist, and in later life he contributed generously in time and money to the Methodists and other good causes. John Brogden died at his home here at Raglan House, Raglan Road in Sale, on the 9th of December 1869 and is buried at Brookland Cemetery nearby. The tall grave to my left marks the grave of John Brogden. Its prominent position in the graveyard reflects his position, wealth and stature. He is buried here with other family members. There's a bunch of flowers on the grave to the left. I wonder if this is a living relative. Marsden Road off Washway Road in Sale. At this junction are 2 roads, Brogden Grove and Brogden Terrace, with Victorian houses on them. It's likely that Samuel Brooks sold or leased this land to John Brogden at a favourable rate, and John built these houses on it. In turn, the houses helped to justify the station and launch Brooklands as a place to live. Nearby, Brogden built Raglan House on Raglan Road to be their new home, in a short alliance between Brooks and Brogden. John and his sons were involved in many other rail projects, and the Manchester to Altrincham line was one of many. Thanks for watching.